are in a relationship with Filipina, if you only met her online, if you haven't visit her in the Philippines yet, and you haven't met her in person, that's what I mean. And don't start sending her money.
A gold digger is the term for a person, typically a woman, who engage in type of a transactional relationship for money rather than love. You know, not only that one. If it is torn into marriage, it is a type of marriage of convenience.
Today's reaction video is about men who lead with their wallets, potential online scammers, and gold diggers.
Number one red flag is when a Filipina asked for money early on in your relationship, especially if you guys haven't met in person. This could be done actively or passively. Active is when she asked for money directly, like, can you please send me money because I want to buy food? Or can you please send me money because I want to visit my parents? Can you send me money because I want this or that? Simple, direct to the point. Passively is when she's trying to tell you sub stories to pull at your heartstrings. It's like if you want to ask her about how's her day, how's her life in the Philippines, and she proceeded to telling you about how sad her life is and all that. It's not always guaranteed, but this kind of behavior manifests an ulterior motive. There's a big likelihood that she sees you as an ATM. She only sees you as a resource to get what she wants.
But wait, there's more.
Beware of the infamous love bomb. The love bomb is a strategy that some women use in order to get what they want from other people. It's classified as a form of psychological and emotional abuse, disguised as excessive flattery, attention, or affection. Basically, it's a form of manipulation stimulated by self-interest rather than genuine feelings of love and affection. For example, you meet a Filipina online. 1 or 2 days go by. You FaceTime her for the first time. The 2-hour conversation is like honey to your diabetic eardrums. All of a sudden, you notice during the next video chat, she starts calling you pet names such as babe or baby, etc. She begins to send you excessive heart emojis and start expressing deep feelings for you. The next thing you know, she starts telling you that she loves you. And then when you don't reciprocate, she'll start asking you, do you love her? And why aren't you telling her that you love her back? Once she hears you say you love her, she'll let a few hours or days go by, and then she'll ask you to send her money or give you some sort of sob story so you can feel sorry for her, with the anticipation of you volunteering to help her out financially. After that, if you refuse or you set up boundaries, she'll most likely start questioning your love for her. You said you love me. You said you'd take care of me. If you really love me, you'll help me and my family, etc. Don't fall for the BS. Now, let's hear what a Filipina by the name of Leah has to say about men who lead with their wallets.
Let's get started. First is when you are in a relationship with Filipina, if you only met her online, if you haven't visit her in the Philippines yet, and you haven't met her in person, that's what I mean. And don't start sending her money. I know a lot of YouTubers already, you probably hear this, and you probably give advice by some people not to do it, but some people still do it. I don't understand if foreigners still doing it. I mean, maybe she's, maybe the Filipina that you are in a relationship with from the Philippines, maybe she's genuine, she's just serious and all that, but there's a risk. You don't know her that well. I've heard some stories that Filipina LDR with foreigners, but she's married from the Philippines and she's a scammer and all that. I've heard so many stories about that situation, and there's a risk, so you just have to avoid it. Because even if it works out, like if you already started sending her money online, if you decide, if the time comes that you will meet her in person, come here in the Philippines, she will have that expectation. She will expect you to give her money, especially if you support her whole family. The time comes that you will meet her family, they will have the expectation. If you started giving that money, they will have expectation, and that's not a good feeling. If you feel obligated to give them, it's hard to stop doing it once you already started giving them money. You know what I mean? It's fine if you're happy to do it, you just want to, you know, give your money away. But if you're working hard to earn that, I don't think it is a good idea. Unless you're rich, you don't know what to do with your money, it's fine. As long as when you get when you get scammed, don't blame all the Filipina are scammers.
She frauded me. Her and her boyfriend made an agreement with each other to fraud me.
You know what? If the majority of men who are courting Filipinas for marriage don't send these ladies any money, it could possibly put an end to most of the bullshit men encounter when it comes to the vetting process. Most men who lead with their wallets do it to either entice the woman in order to keep her interested, meaning that he's actually paying for her attention out of desperation, or he's a very nice guy who is generous, which could mean that sometimes people take advantage of his generosity. But what these guys don't realize is that it's unnecessary. You don't have to buy your way to a woman's heart.
Money can't buy me love.
In some ways, men who chose to spoil the woman is actually damaging the relationship, because as time goes by, she's most likely going to become less emotionally involved with the man and more concerned about that monthly cash flow. Now she's programmed to operate on survival mode, and when the money runs out, if she doesn't really care about the guy, she's going to run out and end up back online and search for another foreigner to spoil her because the first guy she's ever encountered did it. And now she's found the way to hustle online. You know what? Let's hear what a Filipina who goes by the name of Friend has to say about online scammers and gold diggers.
You know, I'm just asked my husband that what is the sign of a gold digger woman?
Well, one of the signs of a gold digger woman, soon after you start chatting with her, she's gonna ask you for money. She's gonna, one of the ways they say, they're sick and they have to go to the doctor. They play on your sympathy, you know, or their mom is very ill and their mother needs surgery. Or what's another one that I've heard? They want to start business. Some of them just will come straight out and say, hey, give me some money so I can start a business here. You know, some of them that bold, you know.
You're really
so
bold.
Give us some. You got some.
Yes, the woman say that it's really bold. She really get to use many experience.
Yeah, she
But
don't
the
have
gold digger is really bold to say that I want to do a business. And then plus they don't know you don't know her more, even 2 years or even a year.
I had one.
Yes.
I had one
You
when I was
scam
chatting.
too?
When I was
My
chatting
husband
with
got
a girl.
experience too for a gold
Yeah,
digger
she asked
too.
me. This one asked me. We probably was chatting a couple of days.
Just a couple of days.
Just a couple of days.
Ain't coming
she
1
asked
month,
me
guys.
She asked me for some money to start a business.
Wow.
Yeah.
She very
In
bold
just
to
a
ask
couple
that.
of days, 2 or 3 days, she asked me for the money to start a business. Sure did.
That's the guys. I'm gonna tell you, a gold digger is the term for a person, typically a woman, who engage in type of a transactional relationship for money rather than love. You know, not only that one. If it is turned into married, it is a type of marriage of convenience. You know, because you know, that's why you're getting a divorce. This the term. That's why when you never getting alone a couple of years because no real love right there. So that's what I said. If it is turned into a marriage, it is a type of marriage of convenience.
Exactly. If you start giving the woman money in the beginning of the relationship and you end up getting married, don't be surprised if she ends up leaving you for someone else when or if it even appears that you are running into hard times. Maybe that was her game plan all along and you got hit with so many love bombs that it clouded your vision. It happens, but to avoid future heartaches and headaches, stop listening to some of these expat content creators on YouTube telling y'all that it's okay to give your Filipina girlfriend monthly allowances and unnecessary gifts. And also, take in consideration that the advice that you're receiving in this video is coming from married people. Anyway, Leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys next time.